everybody, it's Killjoy here. In today's video, we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We're going to be taking a closer look at a product. So with me here today, I have the Povitech micro SD card. This is something that I've always seen floating around Amazon, and it's definitely piqued my interest just because if you can see, they come in very fun colors. So they've got a camo one, they've got a rainbow one. This one is actually a rainbow one that has a tiny little Nintendo Switch on it. You know, they're cute, of course, but are they practical compared to the other big name SD cards? So I decided to take the plunge, and here today we are going to be taking a closer look. We're going to look at some read-write speeds. We're going to see if it actually has as much storage as as it says it does, which is definitely important because, there's tons of fake SD cards out there. And overall, we're going to see if I'd recommend this for use in, your cameras, your Nintendo Switch, really anything that you need extra storage in. So let's get started.
Okay, so before we rip this package open, we do want to go ahead and take a closer look at the outside. So right here on the front, you're going to see that this card is waterproof, which is pretty neat. It transfers at a rate of 100 megabytes per second, meaning it's a category 1 card, which you can actually see with the Roman number 1 there on the SD card itself. It is also withstanding to extreme temperature, anti-static, X-ray safe, and drop test passed. Okay, and with that, I think it is now time to go ahead and open it up.
Okay, so I've opened up the packaging and I was actually kind of surprised to see this. So it actually says that you can register this card on Povitech.com and you get an additional 2-year warranty and they'll give you a free replacement. That is pretty dang impressive. So here, once I open it up, you can pretty much just see exactly what you saw from the outside of the package. So here we have a micro SD card reader and adapter. So just an example of where you might want to use this. You could use this to transfer the files to your computer, right? Or I know, let's see, my DSLR camera, right? It can take these micro SD cards, but only if you have it in one of these adapters. So if you don't have one of these around, it's actually pretty nice they included this because you won't have to go and buy one. And then here we have the actual card itself. So wow, I'm always so impressed with how tiny these are and how much storage some of them have on them. So here we have the 128 gigabyte card. So you can see the cute little design there, the Nintendo Switch. I actually didn't notice that was a Switch until I started to take a closer look at the pictures on Amazon and I was like, oh my gosh, this is so cute. Okay, but that's what it looks like on the inside of the package. Next up, let's run some tests on this thing.
All right, so here I have a system testing software. And if you look over here on the left, I have the target disk set to F. So that is actually currently the Povitech memory card. So we are going to test its read-write speed. Okay, all finished. So the Povitech card has a write speed of 58 megabytes per second and a read speed of 92 megabytes per second. So next up, I'm going to go ahead, switch that out, and we will run the exact same test except with the SanDisk Extreme. So give me just a moment here. Okay, so keep in mind the SanDisk is only a 64 gigabyte card, but that shouldn't matter here. We're not testing the storage size. We are simply testing how fast the cards can read and write. So let's go ahead and get this test for the SanDisk Extreme started. Okay, all finished. So for the SanDisk Extreme, I got a write speed of 51 megabytes per second and a read speed of 61 megabytes per second. So even though the SanDisk Extreme actually cost more, the Povitech card outdid it, which is kind of interesting. So that's definitely a good thing, if you're going to want to use this for gaming, because you're going to want your system to be able to read your memory card fast. You're going to want your save files to save fast, and you want it to be reliable. And so far, just, from this, it definitely looks like Povi's the way to go. Next up, let's see if this Povitech SD card actually has as much storage as it says it does. So remember, on the card, it's saying that it has 128 gigabytes. Now, if you go to properties on the card, you're quickly going to see that there's actually only 116 gigabytes of free space available. 768 kilobytes of that's taken up. That's probably where I formatted the card. However, I would like to verify this. So I actually did use the H2W test, right? And when I did that, I also only got 117 files that were created on the SD card. So it seems like there's only 117 gigabytes actually available on the card. Although, it is a bit odd. It is a bit odd, but so far it's the only strange thing I've found about the card. Let's be real. It doesn't matter if you're rich or poor, money talks, right? So the next thing I want to look at is the cost for each of these cards. Now up here, I have some of the most popular cards available right now, and they're all 128 gigabytes, all category 1. So we have the Povitech card, the SanDisk Ultra, the Samsung Evo, the SanDisk Extreme. And what I've done is I've written down the price in US dollars, and I'm actually looking at the price per gigabyte for each of these memory cards. So Povi comes down to 16 cents per gigabyte, SanDisk Ultra 18 cents per gigabyte, Samsung Evo 14 cents per gigabyte, and SanDisk Extreme 19 cents per gigabyte. Now this actually surprised me. I fully expected Povi to have a higher cost per gigabyte just because it had the cute design on it, but I was definitely wrong. Povi is not the most expensive, but it's also not the least expensive. It really just kind of falls somewhere right there in the middle. So price definitely should not be an issue or a cause of concern when you're shopping for this SD card. You know, I keep talking about all the different cool designs that these SD cards come in, but I haven't even shown them off yet. Now, something I want to say right off the bat, please ignore the pricing on these cards. The day that I'm currently recording this on is Prime Day, so there's deals on all kinds of electronics, right? So this is not the normal price. The normal price is going to be $19.99 for the 128 gigabyte card. However, hey, if you're watching this in the future and this card's on sale again, you know, great, good for you. But for most of you, you know, you're probably going to be looking at that $19.99 price. So here's just a few examples of the different colors of cards that they have. So they have the rainbow card here, the camo card in blue, they have the red, blue, and yellow card. And then of course they also have the rainbow Nintendo Switch card that I'm actually, have here in my hand today. Now you're probably, starting to think, well, why does it matter if my SD card is a different color or has a design on it? Because once it's in my device, right, it's just, you don't see it. Well, think about this. Let's say you have something like a DSLR camera where you know that you're going to be taking that SD card in and out to transfer your pictures and videos. Wouldn't it be nice if you sat that SD card down in your camera bag where you might have, who knows, maybe 5 other SD cards to know that, hey, I was recording on the card with the rainbow design. Or for example, you could use the one with the Nintendo Switch logo on it to put your Switch games on and transfer stuff. And that way, if it's all sitting down on a desk, it's easy to keep track of what is what. And on top of that, we compared the pricing earlier. These cards don't cost any extra than some of the other name brand cards. So why the heck not? Get the cute card. I don't know about you all, but after that, I am pretty impressed with the Povitech micro SD card. It comes in fun colors, which is going to make it stand out. If you have it down with a bunch of other SD cards, you're not going to forget what's on it because you're going to remember what it looks like, right? And it's also got pretty decent read-write speeds compared to a big box name SD card. So overall, yes, this company did send this to me, but don't be fooled. If it would have been bad, I'd have called it out. But this is actually a really great card. If you're interested in picking it up, they actually did give me a discount code, which is awesome for you and awesome for me too, because I actually might pick up a second one for our other Nintendo Switch. So you can actually save money on this by visiting the Amazon link that I've put down in the description below. Once you get there, add it to your cart, you're going to use the code POVEA120. Again, that is POVEE, P-O-V-E-E, A120. I'll also put it down here in this corner, just in case you know how things are on video. Sometimes letters sound different than what you're actually saying. But yeah, definitely give this a grab if you're looking for some extra storage and a fun, cute SD card. Thanks for watching. See you again next time. That might be the end of this video, but don't fret. You can keep on watching some more of my content by clicking the box right here in the center. Or if you really like my stuff, click that circle subscribe button there on the left. It's free, easy, and really helps me out. Hope to see you again soon.